Good afternoon, sports fans. My name is PkmnTrainerSteve, here with a fantastic contest. From the Pokemon anime, we have Pokemon Trainer Alain going up against Frontier Brain Brandon here in the first ever anime/video game crossover battle. Well, these two did meet in the anime, but now they're going to meet here in this arena to see who really is better. Now, Alain leading off with Bisharp and Brandon going with Dusclops. There's an early advantage. Now, Brandon's got to decide if he wants to go for the Will-O-Wisp while risking the knockoff from Bisharp, or perhaps Bisharp is going to be one of those Stealth Rock leads. We don't know what Alain's got. He's going to go for the taunt. He's going to go for the taunt, and that might cripple the Dusclops early. It is going to cripple the Dusclops' ability to use Will-O-Wisp. Well, that is a great move and advantage early for Alain and his Bisharp. Now, Bisharp and Alain are going to have to capitalize in order to keep ahead, because we know the Frontier Brains team has the potential to be very bulky. He has those 3 Reggies in the back. Who knows if he brought them? Only time will tell. And of course, the Registrator at the sign-in booth. Now, this is a very big turn. It seems Brandon is going to withdraw his Dusclops and go right out to Registeel. So we're seeing one of those 3 Reggies. As Bisharp does get the Stealth Rock, so he's got Taunt, Stealth Rock, lead Bisharp. Now, who knows if Brandon's going to have any hazard removal, but right now, as it stands, the advantage is all on the Alain side of the field. Alain's Bisharp now is going to be threatened by an Earthquake. Unless we saw an air balloon on that earlier. But it looks like right now Registeel also could potentially go for that Thunder Wave to cripple Bisharp. But it looks like based on Bisharp's moveset, it's not really one of the fast attacking ones. It's even more of a support mon. So who knows if a Thunder Wave will even do that benefit. Or if Registeel will get a Rocks of his own up. Bro, that is a lot of damage from that knockoff. But just going straight up for the Iron Head there. It is going to pop the air balloons. We did see the air balloon on Bisharp. Registeel opting out of the hazards and going right for that Iron Head. Really wants to threaten that Bisharp out there. But now, it's going to put Alain in a situation, because he knows that he's weak to a common Earthquake by Registeel, because the air balloon is gone. But will Brandon be able to capitalize on that maneuver? Will Brandon be able to make the right play? Because Alain so far has all the advantage, has damage on the Registeel, and now has no recovery because the leftovers are gone. Now, they're both these men thinking long and hard about this move. Both of these men really don't want to lose the inaugural match of the Anime Battle competition, Anime Battle Federation. The Pokemon Battle, I'm sure that's already a league name, I don't know. Switching out Bisharp, going into Unfezant. We're seeing the Unfezant here in another Iron Head. So, Brandon capitalizing, knowing that the Alain had to switch, but takes damage from the Unfezant's Rocky Helmet. That Iron Head didn't do a lot of damage to Unfezant at all. We rarely see Unfezant in battle, but here is Alain. Unfezant flapping its mighty wings. Gonna go for a U-turn, so Registeel not at all threatened by Unfezant, and why would you be? It's an Unfezant, but defensively seemed to have done the job well. And now it's gonna put all the initiative here on Alain. As he U-turns, he gets a free switch into him on, as he prepares to decide if Registeel is gonna go for an Iron Head, an Earthquake, predicting a switch, or a Stone Edge perhaps, or even a Thunder Wave, but goes right into Metagross, knowing he will not go for the Earthquake. And goes for a Toxic! Wow, what a play by Alain. What a play by Alain. Knowing the Registeel has the propensity to go for a Toxic, went into Metagross to be completely immune to it. That is the kind of plays you expect from a player the caliber of Alain. Metagross going for the Power Punch. Look like he's going for an early sweep. Who knew? Metagross was left-handed. Getting some attack boost. Gonna go for a Shadow Claw from Registeel. And that will not do a lot of damage, even though it is super effective damage. And this puts Brandon back behind the 8-ball. He could let his Registeel die to allow Metagross to power Punch. predict the power-up punch and go into Dusclops, or he could also stay in and, or Metagross can go for a Meteor Mash or Earthquake or something, but he goes in a Spooky, and that is the Dusclops as frisking the Shuka Berry. Ooh, that Metagross was prepared to take an Earthquake. Goes for a Power Punch, but obviously Dusclops not affected by that at all. Dusclops now has the advantage. We do not see or foresee Metagross having Taunt at all. So right now, Frontier Brain Brandon bringing back some of that momentum to his side of the field. Metagross is going to have to switch out because he's not going to want to deal with whatever that... Ooh, going into Charizard. Ooh, predicting the Will-O-Wisp and guessing wrong. Brandon dropping a Confuse Ray to Alan's side of the field, and now Alan's Charizard is going to have quite the time deciphering what move to use in which opponent to attack. Even though there's only one, that Confused Ray is, well, it's quite confusing for the Pokemon. It really is. It's really not fair. It's more annoying than anything. It's just confusing. But Charizard is here. Now, does Charizard want to risk the confusion now early? No, he does not. Alan gonna switch out of that Charizard and go right back into that support Bisharp. It looks like an Attract going for the Confuse Ray Attract combo. Frontier Brain Brandon, we have never lauded you for your tenacity, but today, well, today you are standing tall and being your own man, throwing criticism to the wind and facing those fans with both middle fingers high in the air. He cares not for your opinions on his strategies. Frontier Brain Brandon will do what he thinks is necessary to win, and win at all costs. But now we have Bisharp, which is attracted to that Dusclops. Alan's once again got to make a move. Is he going to risk breaking through? Who knows? Only Alan knows. Alan deciding. Dusclops right now has all the momentum in the world. And Bisharp, well, Bisharp's got to make a choice, and Bisharp has to break through that infatuation if necessary. Bisharp can go for a knockoff, can go for a taunt. We've seen Stealth Rock. His attack move is probably Iron Head. Bisharp is not going to risk the Confuse Ray and goes into Pheasant. And as... Wow, the Will-O-Wisp by Dusclops. Now, Pheasant has never really been one of the top 2 Pokemon, but Alan loves it for intangible reasons, and we may be able to see that now. Switching in the Pheasant, perhaps more than something as simple as Death Fodder. Perhaps he has a strategy. Perhaps he knew the Will-O-Wisp was coming and wanted to get it, but if he knew that, he might have gotten a Charizard instead. So I don't know what's in the mind of these players. They're some of the best in the world going for a Wish. Pheasant gets Wish. Oh, put that one on Sports Center. Looks like a Confuse Ray now by Dusclops. And now, Pheasant's guaranteed to be back at max HP after this turn. But will he decide to switch out? Perhaps he is baiting Brandon to think he's going to stay in to give his Pheasant some more HP. And he might switch out perhaps into Metagross. He has Charizard as well. It really is. Both these men seem to be in a good position. Well, it seems Alan has a burned Pheasant with a Wish in the air to pass, but Brandon's got that Dusclops just hanging out. And that 70s show reference be damned. Miss you, Eric Foreman. Come back from Africa. Pheasant's sitting there. We are. This moment is tense. We can cut this with a knife. I don't have one, but if I did, I could cut it with it. Would like a knife though, because I ordered the sirloin steak for after this, and I gotta tell you guys, the restaurant in this facility is just magnifique. Chef Marcus, guys, one of the top chefs in the world. Definitely the top chef in the region, but one of the top chefs in the world. I gotta say, I applaud his effort and his dedication to his craft. Brandon switching out of Dusclops. I'm not sure what he predicts to happen, but goes into Regice. Now, what is Alan gonna do? Alan is staying in, suffering through the confusion, getting off a U-turn. Now, it has a Wish in the air. This will give Alan all the momentum. He can now switch any of his Pokemon safely into that Regice, and I think it's going to be either Charizard or Metagross here. It is Metagross has the type advantage with the Wish coming through. Metagross is back at max HP and has that Shuka Berry in case Registeel wants to fire off something like an Earthquake later in the match. This does not look good at all for Brandon. Alain's firing all cylinders right now. Metagross with a Wish, the type stab advantage. Ooh, the Meteor Mash! Dropping it from the heavens. Regice taking a dive. Crit and the attack boost. We have now a +1 Metagross, and Brandon's Registeel is low, and his Dusclops is taking some damage too. So he has got to now decide what he wants to do to stop this Metagross from, well, running an absolute train through his team. We don't know the rest of Brandon's team. But right now, we know the two Pokemon Registeel and Dusclops are at a disadvantage. Especially seeing that Shuka Berry from Alain. Alain's Metagross has the lead right now. He is the optimum threat, the premium of this battle. Oh, sorry, my producer wants me to try to spit as many phrases as I possibly can into this, even if they don't quite make sense in the context of the game. He's all about phrasing, guys. The producer is all about phrasing. Goes on the Dusclops. So, looks like that's his best answer to this +1 Metagross. He's probably going to see a Will-O-Wisp, but it is a +1 attack Metagross. Metagross switched out of this scenario before, so perhaps he's going to use that to his advantage, because Alain is going to think in the back of his mind, well, Brandon thought I was going to switch last time. He might think I'm going to switch this time. I'm going to use that, because the Will-O-Wisp here has to happen. Has to from the side of Brandon. It has to. Even if he goes into Charizard, the Will-O-Wisp has to happen. This Metagross is a threat. You know he has no Lumberry. You know that. Metagross looking menacing. Oh, going for the Shadow Sneak, deciding against the Will-O-Wisp. I cannot believe the tenacity and tenaciousness of Alain paying off here. The +1 Meteor Mash from, wow, just wow. And that is going to do significant damage to Brandon's Dusclops. Metagross going for the Meteor Mash once more, outspeeding. I guess Brandon was hoping for the miss, but Alain now taking out another one of Brandon's Pokemon. Now again, we've only seen the Registeel, so we don't know what else is in the back for Brandon, and if it can take on this Metagross. Brandon has no idea. Has no idea what he wants to do. He is just thinking about this, but he is on a time limit, and he has to adhere to those rules, or else he will forfeit the match. And I don't think a forfeit wants to be had here in the inaugural Anime Competition Challenge. Goes into Reg and Rock. We've seen all three Reggies from Brandon. Now, if you guys are missing the joke there, I'm going to go ahead and break the fourth wall, clarify that. This series will never have an official name. In fact, I will change it every single time I bring it up because it is just meant to be entertaining. Meteor Mash from Regirock. Oh, two Regirock at that is going to take out the Regirock. Brandon is now back against the wall on its heels. This Metagross has opened up a can of whoop ass, and Brandon has nothing but a shoddy can opener. He has nothing but a coupon for buy one can of whoop ass, get one free. Soul Rock by Brandon. Oh boy. Metagross has the advantage here as well. Though Soul Rock, on its own, is a very cool looking Pokemon, got a great design, and I'm glad to see give it some action tonight. I'm just happy it's around, and I'm happy it's here, but it looks like Metagross is +1 with Meteor Mash, still has the type advantage. The type stab advantage over Brandon, going for a Meteor Mash. Soul Rock has been defeated. It is now 6-2 in favor of Alain. Can Brandon come back? Can Brandon find it inside himself to forego defeat, to suppress the desire to quit? And can he come back and win this battle? Well, if he can, it will be quite the comeback. But right now, Alain is all in, going for this victory. Oh no. Brandon going into Registeel, that's going to be his 5th Pokemon that looks like he's going to sacrifice to Metagross. Metagross right now. Alain's right-hand man. Registeel going for a protect, just trying to prolong this so he has time to think about what to do. To think about how he's going to escape from this predicament. It might be too late for Brandon. It might be too late. Metagross has had complete control. Meteor Mash. That is a dead Registeel. I think Registeel could have been the only Pokemon to stop this Metagross from the beginning, but allowing it to take far too much damage now, and now. And I will always love you, and I... Watch me on karaoke, guys, Thursday nights. Thursday nights at club karaoke. The final Pokemon, Ninjask, taking half. Taking half from those entry hazards. And it looks like Brandon, unless he's got a trick up his sleeve, unless he's going to pull a white hat out of his rabbit, going for the Protect to get a speed boost. Perhaps he's got something planned. Perhaps he's got a scheme in his mind. That Ninjask is the fastest Pokemon on the field by far. But will it be enough for Brandon to overcome these 6-to-1 odds? Alain, seeing victory in his sights. Final gambit, Brandon going out on his own, deciding he is the one who will take himself out, not Alain. Alain. However, moral victories aside by Brandon, pride aside by Brandon, gets the victory. Alain. 6-0 over Brandon. I hope you've all enjoyed this first episode of the Anime Battle Convention. And I will see all of you guys next time.